What's up guys, Scion, back at it, and we're going to talk a little bit about pacing, the state of the game, and just the overall flow of things. Alright, so first of all, when I mean pacing, I mean me personally, there's but so much resources in the game for you to do. So you have to start understanding that and say, okay, where and how am I going to handle things? Me right here, now you see my front row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people over 60. Majority of them are SSRs. I have 4 SRs that are very useful, but won't necessarily be used all the time, like Olive, Aristo, Theo, and Cordelia. They won't be used all the time. The same thing goes for Jake and Annulet. And the other ones, eventually I'll get to them. But I have SSRs that I need to bring up that I don't even have up right now. Say like, you know, Mary and Karen, who are just sitting down there. I probably never, I don't even remember your name no more, but yeah, Meryl. Meryl is just probably going to sit there forever. I don't need Abel. And then going down here, I have Mina, which Mina is more for PvP than PvE, so she'll probably sit there too. I probably won't use her as often, but I also have Saya down here, who is useful. And going forward, now the catch in all of this is you may think, oh, well, what about Electra? If I already have a Claude, Electra is a little bit better than Claude. She's better than Claude, but she's just a little bit better than Claude. It's not worth me using resources if I just magically get her to throw her up to be a little bit like, that's just a waste of resources. And that's where this game catches you. You need to pay attention to stuff like that and not just go after meta because somebody said that something is meta. You will screw yourself in the long run, especially if you do not have money to go after chasing characters like that. If you don't have money to go after chasing characters like that, don't do it. If you have one character that's like in second place in meta and then you happen to get the first place meta like that, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to use the first place meta until you have the resources to do that. Hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say right here, because I don't want to be the guy who comes in and say, hey, you gotta get Morgan, and then you have somebody else who's similar to Morgan. Now, Morgan is useful all the way for a very long time, so that is a good catch for her, but I'll give you an example of that. Say, if you already have Marduk or Claude up at like damn near 6 stars, and then now you're seeing this whole Cordelia fad going, which she is useful, but you only need to really put her up to like 6 stars. That doesn't mean that you all of a sudden have to change, throw all your resources into Cordelia and throw her all the way up to purple 6 too. That's a little bit of a problem, because you already have you have 2 tanks now already who are going towards 6. Now you're going to throw in a third one. What about your DPS? That's where things start to get a little bit unbalanced. You start to be a little bit unbalanced, and that's where you have to pay to get out of that unbalance. Now, as a casual or free-to-play player, that's not an option. You pretty much screwed yourself at that point, because now you don't have enough DPS characters to actually do things properly. So I hope my words are getting across to some people, because I've seen people say things and say certain things in Reddit, and then as soon as they get one character, they're chasing after another character. You do not have enough resources in this game. We do not have enough crystal in this game flowing freely every week that you can actually do something like that. This game is very free-to-play friendly. Don't get me wrong. You get a lot. You easily probably get between like anywhere between 5 to 10,000 crystal that you can earn on your own. You can straight up earn on your own. You don't have to pay for anything. It's just, I say 5 to 10 because it depends on how good you are at PvP. It depends on how good that you are at, you know, smashing content and stuff like that. So that's where that swing comes from. Don't think that you just magically go up there. You have to actually be good at one of those things to swing that in any one direction. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is, me personally, I reached a point where I already know who I'm going to use. I've used the Japanese wiki website. I already see and know what's coming. Now I concentrate on what I have and start trying to max out these characters. Like, I know I'm going to be using Morgan. I know I'm going to be using Claude. Marduk can actually stay that way. He doesn't even need to even go that higher than that. I can just leave him there, and for what the purpose of what he does as a water tank, he's good. You don't need to do anything else with Marduk past that point. Esna, I'll be bringing all the way up to 6 because Esna is broke as F later on. Not now, later on, because she can necessarily, any boss that allows you to have the mental seal on them automatically loses half their health as soon as they move. You can do it to the first boss in Teo, if you guys didn't notice, but the problem with her in Teo is that the second boss, she's useless against. She's just kind of like a liability and just there. But if you want to just literally take out the first boss in literally seconds, she does that. Deimos is badass all the way around. He's going to 6. I am not sure about, I probably will put her at 4 when I'm talking about Rebecca. Rebecca is actually one of the highest DPS in the game, but you have to put her all the way up to 6 for her to be the highest DPS in the game. That's kind of like, that's where she shines. She's like the strongest light unit, and her pretty much her time to kill is super high in this game, as long as you have a boss or a mob or anything else that has waves, that she is allowed to keep attacking and killing things with her 2 skill. That literally allows her to be like a walking nuke every other round, which is just badass. I'm actually, I had a video on her, but I have to redo the video again because I was made abreast of something, and now I have to do the video over again because I didn't talk about that at all in the video. So I want to be correct in what I'm saying about her, so I have to redo the whole video over again. Kayn, we all know about Kayn. Once Kayn gets to 6-star, Kayn is badass in every facet of the game. People be hating on him because, oh, you can't use his passive, and you can't use a lot of people's passives. You can't use Esna's seal against most bosses. You can't use Rebecca's mark against most bosses if there's not a person out there. You can't use Morgan's stuff against some bosses if they don't bleed. So I don't understand that logic on people when they say, oh, well, you can't, he sucks. So like, everybody has a weakness that you can't use them on. That doesn't mean that the character sucks. Like, he's straight up a monster, a multi-strike crit damage monster. And then throw on the fact that if they even heal even a second, he's going to become an even worse monster on top of his kit that already does mad damage to begin with. So I don't understand the logic on some people, because I can look at every DPS up here, and there's a boss or a couple of bosses that every DPS on this list that I have right here is useless against, basically. So that's when you have to kind of like listen to common sense on yourself and not listen to what other people are saying, because the public will insist on their opinions being fact when it's an opinion, and an opinion is never a fact. The opinion is just something that people said or a bunch of people say that all sticks together, and then people just decide that, oh, well, that's just law, that's quote unquote parentheses meta, and that you're supposed to do that, and that anything else is just noobs. Like, that is ridiculous behavior. That is elitist, egotistical behavior. You should never go along with it. You should always have your own mind and play this game according to however you feel that you are going to win. You have to win at the end of the day. Nobody else can play your account but you. So keep that in mind. Alright, so with that said, I'm pretty sure that this is the people I'm going to roll with. Cordelia, I'm probably just going to leave her because there's no reason to bring her any higher, because she can serve her purpose the way she is. And in my Teo fight, the reason why I'm struggling with Teo is because I don't have any of the 3 that are detrimental to him. I don't have Electra, so what I'm going to do to replace her is I have to bring up Claude. Marduk is fine, but I need Claude to actually shield more. Marduk allows damage to go through because he actually puts a defense buff up, so I can't use him on that type of fight. But Claude has a shield, so I can actually have Claude and Deimos and then Cordelia shield back-to-back rounds and negate rounds entirely from fights like Teo, and that literally makes the fight easier. Again, but like I said, the problem is I don't have any of the 3 characters that are detrimental to Teo, so is what it is. But even with that said, I'm still just about, it's like a pain in the ass, but you can still win without that, and I'm pretty much winning by tanking and healing, but it takes forever and it's annoying. So Yeah, I'm actually going to be trying to get, if I can get Jacqueline, that's the, or even Mary, but not Mary, Ruby. One or two. If I get either one or two, then that would make that fight easier. But for now, it's just not easy because I don't have those characters. Aristo is going to be like the back burner, and Olive is going to be the back burner. I don't need Theo anymore right now. There's going to be a fight that he's going to be useful in, so he can just sit where he's at right now as a fire tank. And as far as the healer, I need to bring up this young lady there because Ramu is relatively very good. Now, there's no reason for me to worry about any other healer because the other healer that I need is Sid, so I have to wait for Sid's advent to come back around again, and I'll be good to go when it comes to that. So I don't need to worry about any other healer, bringing up any other healer, which makes Karen the odd girl out because I have Ramu and Deimos. With Sid, I don't really need Karen, so she's going to be the odd girl out, unfortunately. I'll still put her at 60, and she'll probably sit at 60 for a very long time. Unless somehow I don't succeed on Sid, which is ridiculous because I don't see that happening. I think that's about it. I don't really need to go crazy. I can even use Teo, which I plan on doing. I can use him, and he'll be another SSR for me to have out there. So like you see what I'm saying? Like you have to know when you're at your limit, and I'm at my limit for resources where I can't just keep bringing in other characters. Or bringing up other characters. I have to start going within myself and paying attention to the team that I have now, which Jacqueline will be, or Jacqueline or Ruby will be the last ones that I actually go after. I'll just be saving Crystal after that and waiting for, some collab or something like that to go crazy with or something like that. So you probably won't see big summon videos from me, but I've never been a really summoning type of video channel because I always think the summon videos are cheap. I think that's cheap views to begin with. I do them, don't get me wrong, I do them when I need the characters, but I don't go out of my way to do them because I think they're cheap YouTube videos. I think that's about it. For this. Alright. So, moving forward, just to end all this, so you guys understand what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do what I wanted to do today because I had a lot of things going on with my kids. I had to take them out and play with them and let them run around and use up all their energy. I do have a character profile coming out tomorrow. Unfortunately, not now. And look forward to that because it's going to be fun. Anyway, you guys keep in mind that this is the most free-to-play game, gacha game. Let me say that. This is the most free-to-play gacha game that if you wanted to start over, the game will literally allow you to start over and go into a summon. In 2,000 crystal, you will get an SSR that you want. Within all of that, you can get other SSR. This is the only game right now that is this free to play for new. You can't say it with Naruto X Boruto. You cannot say that with the Bleach games. Any of the Bleach games, Brave Soul, Spiritual Awakening, what's the one? The Lost, whatever, the Lost Bleach, whatever the hell it is. Any Naruto game, any Dragon Ball game. SAO Integral Factor actually is starting to be like this. It did not start like that though. It was ass in the beginning. Ass with a capital A. But now they're just throwing away all types of currency in that game, so I have to actually get back into that game. I'm like so far behind, but Omnimoji, whatever the hell OG game that is, now that I'm back playing that game is stingy as F. It is so stingy. I am so upset with the Inuyasha event. Like, you guys have no idea. It is so stingy in that game. I'm like, bro, what is going on? Anyway, I will catch you guys in the next video. Cherish this game. I hate to say a word like that about a video game, but cherish this game because this game is fun and it rewards you. It will reward you, especially like with that Haspio event, bruh. Cherish this game. I'll catch you guys next video. Peace.